Okay, hello, welcome to another talk. So I wanted to touch on, Neville always talks about the feeling as a secret. What would the feeling be like if you now embodied the state? Or what would the feeling be like if it were now true that I was the man and woman that I desired to be? And I used to get this confused because I thought that I meant emotion. But if you remember in most of his lectures, he talks about how you are visualizing after the fact that it's already done. So if it's already done, chances are good of those emotions are gone. And all you have is a feeling of more or less naturalness. And another big one is like relief and satisfaction. So the feeling that you're looking for when you're in state of kind of sleep, or you're doing visualization, or you're affirming, is you are looking for that sense of satisfaction and relief. Good way to give this example: after you eat food, what is that feeling that you feel? Satisfied, right? So someone could put your favorite food in front of you after that point, and although you're like, I like that food, you no longer feel a desire to eat that food. You're looking for that type of feeling. And emotion may come with it. However, it's more of a feeling of a state of being. So another example, you can picture yourself, it's summertime, you can picture yourself on a cold winter evening. Or you ever had it where you're like, it's Friday and you're like, man, it feels like a Monday, or it's a Monday and it feels like a Friday? That's the feeling. It is a state. I had a manifestation that I was affirming and visualizing and revising for a while. And I'm the type that, like, when I decide I'm going to do something, I do it. I just refuse to give up. And I know my imagination creates reality. And I think that's really big to drive home. Your affirmations are imagining. Your sats are imagining. Your revision is imagining. When you talk to yourself, you're imagining. Everything outside of you, you're imagining. Everything is imagination. So play, have fun. Pretend this is Alice in Wonderland, because it really is. What would the feeling be like if you now possess what it is that you'd like to possess? And here's an important thing here. There is no force in this. You are not forcing yourself into the state. You are not making it so the state already exists. You're accepting, you're surrendering, you're allowing yourself to be there. And so it's a calm. What would it feel like? Picture a scene, use all your senses. Remove the outside world. So calm yourself, remove your attention from the outside world and your senses, and go inward. It makes it a lot easier for me. And then feel yourself into that state. And for me, it's very easy to picture anything. I prefer actually to visualize with my eyes open. I'm just one of those where if I were to stare at that tree, I can perfectly visualize something through that tree, if that makes sense. Some people, they prefer to close their eyes. Some people are unable to visualize, although I think they can. It's just one of those things where it takes practice to do. And you can do affirmations, right? And feeling that state, knowing that you affirming is actually making it so. It's not wishful thinking. You're not hoping for it to happen. That affirmation is literally creating the outside experience. Because look back, anything that you've experienced, good, bad, or indifferent, you at some point had inner conversations. It may have been unconscious, but that's all you were doing, is that there was a knowing that something was so, and then that something popped up that way. All you're doing is consciously choosing it now. So back to the feeling, you're going for that feeling of satisfaction, that feeling of relief, that feeling that it is so. And then once you're there, you can go on with your day. And I kind of skipped around a little bit, but I've been in the Sabbath for about a day, and I've been in the Sabbath a couple of times. The first time I went through it, I was searching Reddit a whole bunch for what is a Sabbath and what does it look like, and etc. And the best way that I can put it is, I feel as though I don't belong to my current 3D reality. Like, I feel my manifestation to be so. I don't see proof of it outside. However, internally, after I did it, I was in Thanksgiving and I was relieved, and I literally shouted out, thank you, that is done. And like, I knew that it was done. And I started like getting all ready and clean my hotel and all this stuff, right? Because I knew it was done. Now, the next day, my conscious mind, reasoning mind, wants to figure out how. And I mean, the beautiful part is it's not really any of its business nor its concern. My only job is to fill a state, a subjective state, as reality now. And then from there, the I am within me then creates it to be so. So I feel kind of like disconnected from my current reality. I feel really relaxed and at ease. There is a deep mental rest. I don't feel like affirming or doing anything. When I think about my desire, it just seems natural, and there's not that desire for it anymore. Like, there's still the preference, but there's no longer like I want to put an effort for it, if that makes sense. Much like, you know, if you're in a relationship or you have something now that before you wanted, you're not going to put in effort for something that you already have. So I hope that description of how to feel makes sense for you, because you were going for a feeling, not an emotion. You were going for a feeling, and you know the feeling. You know the state. You have been there. Your logical mind is trying to think yourself there, or whatever it is. That's why it's important that you calm the logical mind by meditation, by deep breathing, whatever it is, hiking, meditating. And then once in that relaxed state, ease yourself into it. What would it be like? And imagine. Allow yourself to imagine. Allow yourself to experience.